let's stop. I don't think anyone's following us. Why don't you close your eyes for a while?
He is asleep, so maybe. But you should get some rest too, Joseph.
I will. This sure isn't how I expected our family to spend time together. I was looking forward to returning to Nazareth.
It sort of fits, though. We haven't lived a normal life from the start, have we? And now we have Roman soldiers after us trying to kill our son.
Can you imagine anyone believing our story? I mean, starting back in Nazareth with visits from angels. And then our journey to Bethlehem, where our son was born in a stable. Have you ever asked yourself what a simple couple like us is doing living like this? I mean, whatever end. I'm just a carpenter after all. That's it.
I know you better than that, Joseph. God understands your fear and your confusion, but has He not been with us and provided a path for us throughout this whole adventure? He will take care of us because we are taking care of His Son.
I just find it so amazing when an angel visits, or when we hear God's voice, or when those wealthy strangers brought all those gifts for Jesus after He was born. It's so overwhelming, and I don't want to mess this up. I mean, look at me. I'm no one special, but God must think I am. But you, Mary, you're incredible.
I'm no more special than you, Joseph. I'm your wife. That's all. I always tried to be humble and submissive to our traditions, but God had a different idea, didn't He? So why should we think it odd that angels and other heavenly things are a part of our lives now that Jesus is here?
When the angel told me I must take us to Egypt because Herod was out to kill our son, I swear I could hear the clang of their armor behind us. I could not get you out of there fast enough.
Our son. Doesn't that sound odd considering who Jesus really is? Would you say it, Joseph? Just to hear the words of the promise give me comfort.
Yeshua B'Yosef is Jehovah Jireh. He will see to our needs. He will provide because He sees all and He knows exactly what and when we need it.
Yes, God has entrusted us with His own Son. Even though He had to be born in a stable and now we must flee for our lives, He has a plan for us and He will protect us. We can count on Him.
With you, I will not be afraid. Yahweh, you have given us your Son who will save the world. I thank you for your deep love for us. I swear I will keep focused on you and not this dark, rocky road that we're on.
So we leave our homes and we seek where you want us to go. And with this most wonderful gift, we have peace and know that we will never be separated from you again.
Even now, in this desolate place, I don't think I could ever be separated from God or our Son.
Can you imagine the love God must have for all people to give us His only Son to raise? We're only modest people, but we hold the Savior of the world in our arms, full of love and compassion.
Mary, it's getting late, and our hearts are at peace. But for now, our bodies must also be so.
Zolman! Yes? Zolman, my friend. Tell me, what do you think of that young man over there?
Sitting there yesterday for hours.
Yes.
And again today.
Yes, I noticed.
Asking questions like a grown madman, presuming to interpret the scriptures.
Yes.
How long can this go on and where? Where are the boy's parents?
Yes. And did you notice? He even seemed to gain the attention of Rabbi Mordecai and Joel. They are not easy to win over.
Did you see their faces when he sat down amongst them? Started asking his questions.
Yes, of course, yes. Certainly this Jesus of Jesus of Nazareth?
Nazareth.
Yes, certainly he's been trained from a very young age. How else could he gain the attention of these learned men if he wasn't trained so young?
Teaching is one thing, but committing the words to your heart? That requires discipline, practice, routine. This ability comes from no place but his parents and the father of this Jesus. He must be someone very special.
Right. I agree. But where are they? What parent allows their son to go unattended like this? Certainly Jehovah must have a very special interest in this young man to protect him when he's out of his parents' care.
Did you hear what he said? We cannot underestimate our God. Could it be Jehovah has brought him here?
Zolman, are you daring to say that you think he could be a prophet
I said no such thing.
in the form of a young man?
I didn't say that.
Well, I suppose. You know, God spoke through his prophets Moses and Samuel. That's how we know that it is his word. So why not a young boy?
Well, did you hear Jesus speaking about Jehovah? Did he not speak through a burning bush?
He did, yes, he did.
Thunder,
Yes.
lightning, a
Yes.
smoke-covered mountain.
He did.
Did not even a donkey talk.
Boy. Ooh. And has anything that Jesus said conflict with the Torah? I say no. It's as if he knew the minds of these men, as if he spent time with them personally. But that's too far-fetched.
Did you notice? Speaking with humility
Yes.
and respect.
Yes.
He also spoke with the authority of these prophets.
Oh, and did you notice the love that he showed?
Oh, how could you miss it?
Ah, yes. Zolman, you and I, we can question the authority of this young man, but no one could question the love that he showed.
Such a young man. Amazing.
Yes. You know, Zolman, what I'm trying to say is, what Jesus said. Do you remember? He said, have an open mind. And more importantly, he said we must have an open heart.
Well, he certainly knows his Torah.
He does. He knows it well.
Do you not get the impression he knows something about the future?
I think I heard him mention that. Yes.
I don't think this is the last we will see of this young man.
Oh.
I have a feeling our paths will cross again. And as I said before, the father must be someone very special.
Yes.
Where are they?
Look, Moshe, down by the
Yes.
city market, coming this way. There's a young couple. I think that is his parents, possibly. I think our time with this young Jesus is about to end.
Well, Jesus, are you praying so hard because you are so very hungry? You are the Son of God. You could change these stones into bread. Satisfy your desires.
It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God.
Mankind will not heed your words. This world is my domain. They will turn from you.
If they do not heed my words, it is because you have blinded them to it. Yet I have come to save the lives of many, and to show them the way.
Well, Jesus, let us see how much you believe in the Almighty Word. It's a long way down there from here. But if you are the Son of God, you could cast yourself off there without consequence. For it is written that he shall give his angels charge over you, lest you dash your foot against a stone. Jesus, you know what is coming. Wars will be waged. Man will kill man in your name. Why go through this?
Get away from me, Lucifer. You are the father of lies. You do not stand in truth because there is no truth in you. Your craftiness has been known since the beginning. When in the Garden of Eden you used a forked tongue to twist my Father's words and deceive Adam and Eve. You continue to do so now.
But Jesus, you know all things to come. Why would you suffer such a wretched, horrible death, when doing so will all be in vain?
It is the will of my Father who sent me, and doing so will not be in vain. Although many will deny me, all mankind would be lost if not for what I have come to do.
You are the Son of God, yet you walk the earth as a carpenter. Much too low a place for the Creator of all things. Jesus, all of this, all of it, has been delivered to me, and I can give it to you. All the power, all the riches, all the glory, all the delicious fruits of the flesh. There's no need for you to suffer. There's no need for you to die. There's no blood that needs to be spilled. If you would only bow down and worship me.
Remember your place. I was there when you were created. I was there when you fell like lightning from heaven, was I not? And it is I who gives authority to all those who will trample your snakes and scorpions, and to all the power that you bring forth. Again, it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only you shall serve. Get behind me, Satan. Father, give me the strength to do what needs to be done, to show these people how much you love them.
Oh, hurry up. It's been such a long night. Gotta get these nets in. Oh, I've worked all night long and nothing to show for it. Nothing except this bad temper that I've got. Well, settle down, Simon. Settle down. Deep breath. Okay. Soon you're going to be home. You're going to be in your bed and you're going to be sleeping. Yes. With my luck, the tax collector came and took the bed while I was fishing. Oh, and things don't get any worse. Here's Philip, where were you last night when work needed to be done? Well, I have good reason for being late. In case you hadn't figured it out. Yeah. Found who? The Messiah. Oh, the Messiah, right. Remember how John the Baptist told us that we should be seeking after the Messiah?
Again with the Baptist?
Found him and we talked all night long. It was amazing. You wasted your time talking to the Baptist all night long when we could have been working together. But his words, you should have heard him.
His words. Ooh, let me think. Is he the Messiah we've been looking for since time began? Tell me, where is he from?
Well, he's from a little town called Nazareth.
Nazareth!
I know.
Don't you know Nazareth is a far-off place? Remark my words, no good can ever come from Nazareth. It is such a foreign, desolate country.
But the more he spoke, the more I'm convinced he is the Messiah.
Listen, what you need to do is that you need to get a little hard work in you, go out and fish like I did last night. That will take your mind off this Messiah.
But don't you even want to know what he had to say? It's all about truth and love.
We've got a hard life here. We've got fishing. We've got the Romans. What do we need to have anything to do with love?
Well, I'll tell you, the Messiah said that we need to love everyone, including the Romans. And he said our souls are much greater than just the rules of the Pharisees. And we should be willing to give up all that we own to find a greater treasure. And then Simon, he looked right at me, looked me right in the eyes, and he said, "Philip, follow me." It's like he saw right through my heart.
You said about treasure and following him. You've got to do more to convince me.
Well, the Messiah also said that bringing people into the kingdom of heaven is like casting a great net into the sea.
Aha! See, a
so
great
you get
net.
that?
A great net, I understand. Listen, if this Messiah can fill my nets with fish, and as tired as I am, you go get him. I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him.
No, you don't understand. He's not talking about filling our nets with fish. He's talking about loving
More
people.
double talk, like John the
bringing
Baptist.
them into the kingdom of heaven.
Look, Simon, imagine, just imagine, living life every day with the Messiah blessing us.
Something very special is happening here. I feel it. I believe it.
You may believe it. Go fetch him. I'm too tired to talk with you. Go fetch him, bring him back here, and if he can fill my nets with fish, I'll talk to him. Wonderful. Well, I'm going to go get the Messiah and bring him back here. Listen, you will not regret it. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain through his power and love. He said you'd have this kind of attitude. I'll be back. I've never met this Messiah. He knows about me and my attitude. I got a feeling that sometime he's going to know what I'm going to do before I do it.
Zacchaeus! Zacchaeus, where are you?
I'm up here in this tree.
What are you doing up there?
I'm trying to get a look at this man they call Jesus.
Well, did you see him yet?
Well, not yet, but he's got to be coming soon. And I'm glad no one else thought of coming up in this tree. I'm tired of being a small man and I can't see things around. But at least here, I get to see Jesus, and that's too important to miss.
Zacchaeus, you are not a small man. Almost everybody looks up to you.
Well, as much as they look up to any tax collector. But from what I'm hearing about this prophet Jesus,
Yeah?
I don't think wealth and reputation really mean anything to him.
I don't know.
You know, our friend Matthew, the tax collector,
Yeah?
he left everything to follow Jesus.
Yeah.
I want to know what Jesus said to him that made Matthew do that.
I don't know, but it doesn't have anything to do with us anyway. Oh, no. Unless... Zacchaeus, you're not thinking of listening to this fool Jesus too, are you?
Well, I'm going to listen to him. But I can't imagine he would say or do anything that would make me believe it. Even. Oh, look, here comes the rabbi now.
Oh, no.
Zacchaeus, my son, what are you doing in that tree? Come down from there.
Now?
Yes, Zacchaeus, now. Zacchaeus, today I will eat with you at your house.
At my house?
At your house, Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus, do you know what your name means?
No, I don't.
Your name, Zacchaeus, means pure. And today, you will become pure in heart. You will come to know God and be richer than you ever imagined. Zacchaeus, salvation has come to your house today.
Did you hear that?
I did.
The rabbi wants to spend time with me.
Uh-huh.
At our house.
Uh-huh.
Now, why do you suppose such a religious man would say those things to me?
I don't have any idea. But I've got to tell you, Zacchaeus, when he first spied you up in that tree out of all this crowd, I thought you were in trouble.
Well, it wasn't that way.
But, yes, it was just the opposite.
Yeah.
He looked up and he saw you. And he called you by name.
Yes, he did, Rebecca. He's coming to our house. We must get prepared.
Oh, why us? But why?
I don't know why.
Oh, you know, they call him the King of the Jews.
Yes, they do.
If he is a king, maybe he wants money from us to overthrow the Roman government.
I don't think so. He would do that secretly.
I don't
I mean,
know.
not say these things out in public for everyone to hear.
I don't know. It just sounds kind of dangerous to me.
Dangerous?
Yes. I think we should cancel this dinner.
Oh, Rebecca, no. I don't really think the Romans will even notice.
I don't know. We can't afford to have the Romans angry at us right now.
Well, listen, they are only interested in the scribes, Pharisees, and all that political stuff.
I don't know.
Listen, you go ahead and prepare for dinner with the rabbi. And if the Romans ask any questions, I'll just tell them I'm working on their behalf.
Wow.
Yeah, after all, I collect taxes for the Romans.
Texas.
I collect a little information. Yeah. So it will be all right. All right, you go on ahead.
Are you sure?
Yes, and don't worry, Rebecca.
That's easier said than done.
As for me, I can't get the look on Jesus' face out of my mind. That look of compassion. And the words, he speaks with such clarity and such authority. But that rabbi has nothing to give me. And I certainly am not going to give him anything. At least, I don't think so. Yet he said he's going to give me wealth beyond my wildest imagination, and that salvation would come to my house. Now, what does he mean by that? I'm a good Jew. Do I look like I need salvation? Huh. Does he think he's going to change me? It would take a miracle of drastic proportions to change me. Yeah, but Matthew changed. And Jesus did pick me out of that tree, out of the whole crowd. There must be a reason for that. There just must be a reason.
Oh, Master, Master, Mary will be glad to see you, but if you had just been here, our brother would not have died.
Martha, it's okay, honey. Martha. My lord, why didn't you come?
You were the one who was sent to bring us eternal life. You could have kept our brother, the one you love, alive.
Days ago, we sent a message for you to come to us here in Bethany.
But did you not receive my answer? That I would be coming back here to Bethany?
Then why did you tarry so long? Wasn't it I who poured perfume on your feet and wiped them with my hair? Oh, I love you, Lord. But when I needed you, when we needed you.
Was our message not clear, Lord?
Martha, was my message not clear? Did I not say the final result of this sickness will not be the death of Lazarus? This has happened to bring glory to God, and it will be the means by which the Son of God will receive glory.
You mean you knew he was sick, yet you stayed away for days?
But did I not come back here to Bethany? Lazarus has but fallen asleep.
No, Lord, he's not asleep. He's dead. I held him in my arms. I felt the life fall right out of his body.
We prepared him ourselves.
You did.
He lies in the tomb. And his body, he's been in there for 4 days and his body is decaying. But even so, we know that anything you ask, it will be given to you because you are Christ, the Son of God.
Then I must go and wake him.
Lord, you just don't seem to understand. He is dead. If he were but asleep, he would get well. Oh, how can any of this be so?
Although my love for Lazarus is great, I'm glad I was not with him, so that you will now believe.
We believe in you, Lord, but...
Then show me. Where does Lazarus lie?
He is here, Lord.
Do not grieve. Your brother will rise to live.
Yes, we know he will rise on the last days. But how can that be today?
Mary, I am the resurrection and the life. Those who believe in me will live, even though they die. And those who live and believe in me will never die. Do you believe this?
Oh, yes, Lord. I believe you are the Messiah, the Son of God who came into this world.
I thank you, O God, that you listen to me. But I say this for the sake of the people here, so that they will believe that you have sent me. Lazarus, come out!
Lazarus!
Take off his grave clothes and let him go.
Goodness, Lord, you've done it. You've brought back our brother. Mary.
What greater love than what God has for you, that the Son of Man will overcome death so that you will have eternal life.
My name's Mary. I'm Jesus' mother. I just had to watch him suffer and die. No child should die before their mother. It's not supposed to happen that way. It's just not the way it's supposed to work out. I don't know how much more of this I can take. My heart is so heavy. No, it's not just heavy, it's broken. My heart is broken. They killed my son, my firstborn son. And they didn't just kill him, they crucified him. He had to suffer a brutal, bloody, shameful death that nobody deserves. He definitely didn't deserve it. I know you probably think I'm saying that because I'm his mother, and that in my eyes, he could do nothing wrong. That's not true. He never did anything wrong. He lived a perfect life without sin, and they killed him. I don't know how much more of this I can take. You might not know this, but he wasn't just my son. He was the Son of God, the Son of the Most High, just as he claimed. When the angel came to me so many years ago and told me that I would bear a child without having known a man, I was terrified. But then I was humbled because I realized that I was favored among all women. So I glorified Jehovah for the blessing he was giving to me, his humble servant. And then, just as the angel said, Jesus was born. He was the first for Joseph and me. He was a joy to raise. He grew to be a fine young man. Over the last 3 years, I have had the pleasure of listening to his words, his teaching, his parables. I was able to witness him performing miracles, although a lot of what I saw I didn't always understand. And now he's gone. He's gone. They killed my son. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I just want him back. I want Jesus back. I want him to come back. I didn't know how much of this I'd be able to take today. But I had to be there. I was going to be there. I'm his mother. And I was going to be there for him. I was going to be there with him. I was there for the beatings. I was there for the mockings. I was there when they made him carry this horrible cross. I stood there when they hammered the nails and put him up on it. I was going to be there for my son. I just wanted him to see that his mother is there. I can't do anything else for him, but his mother is going to be there. It's all I could do for him. And I was there. I looked up at him, and those beautiful eyes, I could just see love and compassion coming down. He saw me. He knew I was there. And he told John to take care of me with all of the horror that he was dealing with in the pain and suffering and agony. He thought of me. And that just gives me a peace and a comfort that I can't even explain. And now he's gone. He's gone. I don't see how this can be part of God's plan. I don't see how anything good can come of this. I don't understand. A mother shouldn't have to bury her child. I can't take this anymore.
Thomas, we were worried you weren't coming back.
Well, I wasn't sure it was safe. You have the door bolted and young John on guard duty. Hardly the confident disciples you claim to be.
Yes, we have been concerned, but we have wonderful news.
Wonderful?
The Messiah is alive. Just as he said, he came back. He visited us. We all saw him, and he talked to us.
Peter, you must be seeing things. It can't be. Don't you remember? I saw him hanging on the cross. The Master is gone. That's why you all huddle here in fear. When are you going to accept it?
But you're wrong. His story doesn't end here. There is so much more to it.
More? How could there be more? Before he died, I watched the Master heal open wounds. He delivered people from demons. He multiplied fish and bread. He even brought people back. Remember Lazarus?
Yes.
But now it's all over. He's gone.
Of course we saw those things too, Thomas. But you forget, he said he would arise at the end of 3 days. Don't you remember the Master telling us of his return?
No, it cannot be.
But just listen. After he appeared to us,
He just walked through the bolted wooden door?
Why couldn't he? He walked on water. He calmed the seas. He even changed water into wine. Why couldn't he come through a closed door? Why do you put limitations on him now?
Because he's dead! That's why. And you and this whole group are imagining things to try and overcome your grief. Why are you looking at me that way? Where were you when I was the one to agree to go back to Judea with the Master to see Lazarus, even though the priests wanted to kill him? I said, let us go so that we may die with him. You had no faith then, but now you're so confident and full of yourselves. Surely the Romans will look for us and our families. We will be on the run for the rest of our lives.
He breathed on us.
He did what?
He just breathed on us, and something happened. I am certain that the Master has much more for us to do, but I believe we can only do it if you're here to complete the group. The Master knew of your faith. When you convinced us to go see Lazarus, you were right.
And I am right now. You should leave this place and go back to your families. It's over.
But it's not over, Thomas. I have a sense of comfort. It's like Jesus is living inside of our hearts. And if that is so, how could it possibly be over?
You can try and convince me all you want, but unless I see the nail holes and the scar in his side, I can't believe it. It's over for me.
It's okay, Thomas. He's here. It's okay.
Thomas, there's the nail holes. Give me your hand. Feel my side, Thomas.
My Lord and my God.
Thomas, because you have seen me, you believe. But blessed are those who have not yet seen and believe.
I'm so sorry.
Thomas, you will have faith. And when you do, you will realize how much I have always loved you and that I always will.